Okay, so this video is going to be a little bit different. I'm literally just going to read this sales page because it's probably one of my favorite sales pages ever. Certainly one of the sales pages that resonates with me and my experience more than any other sales page I've ever read in my career. So I'm not going to comment on what I'm reading as I usually do. And before I begin, just a quick note to Megan, if on the off chance that Megan is watching this, please let me know if you don't want this to exist. I'm doing this without permission, so if you're not cool with it, let me know, leave a comment, and I'll happily take it down. So with that, let's get right into it. So, ignore the noise of the marketing world. You don't need all that stuff. Be a real human being in your business and marketing, and get paid for who you are without hype, gimmicks, or tricks. I don't know about you, but this pretty much sums up my experience as a business owner trying to do something worthwhile with my life. There are, it seems, two muses. The muse of inspiration, who gives us inarticulate visions and desires, and the muse of realization, who returns again and again to say, it is yet more difficult than you thought. I should have been working, but my defenses had been weakened after eating too much for lunch, and so I found myself in the familiar clutches of online distraction. A photo of a couple of old university friends appeared on my screen. Their latest holiday shots posted to Facebook. The exotic destination would often change, but their photo choreography remained the same. Picture of him looking suitably suntanned and relaxed, nursing a beer as he waited for his dinner. Picture of her looking radiant and healthy, sipping a cocktail across the table. Picture of the two of them embracing in some golden paradise. Screw those guys, I thought. Not exactly my finest moment. I never would have admitted it at the time, but it filled me full of anxiety and frustration to see those pictures. I was glad my friends were happy and doing well in life, but I was bitter and angry too. Because they'd taken the safe route, you see. They were dentists. They'd followed the path laid out before them. They took their orders and punched their hours, and now they were on the verge of having it all. It seemed so straightforward for them, and they appeared quite happy with their lot. Meanwhile, here I was taking on all this risk, but not reaping the rewards I had hoped for. I was an entrepreneur. There was no paycheck from above, no holiday cover, no beaten path to follow. I started out in business because I could no longer take orders to further someone else's destiny. But still, these moments came where I was filled with jealousy for my friends, the dentists, and my friends, the accountants, and my friends, the corporate climbers. It all seemed so simple for them. They weren't wrangling with questions of meaning and purpose. They were able to find peace and happiness in the 9-to-5, unencumbered by expectations of more than just the daily grind. Or at least that's how it seemed. I envied the simplicity. I envied the certainty. But I remembered why I couldn't bring myself to live that life. Wendell Berry sums that up too. Love the quick profit, the annual raise, vacation with pay. Want more of everything ready-made. Be afraid to know your neighbors and to die. And you will have a window in your head. Not even your future will be a mystery anymore. Your mind will be punched in a card and shut away in a little drawer. So I stayed the course. I stuck at my business, and things only got more complicated. As I learned more about building my business and sales and marketing, I came across a whole new group of people who would fill me with confused anxiety and envy. For every new marketing tactic and technique I'd learned, there seemed to be an affiliate marketer or an in-it-just-for-the-money business owner who claimed to be making a fortune using this one simple tactic. Meanwhile, my results were nothing to write home about. Nothing is more frustrating than having all the answers and knowing all the techniques, but still not being able to solve the problem. I'd bought the courses, been to the marketing seminars, and learned all the techniques, but I either wasn't getting real results with them, or I couldn't bring myself to implement them. Regurgitation did not come easily to me. I was stuck, and that was the real beginning for me. The passage about the two muses at the top of this page ends with this conclusion. It may be that when we no longer know what to do, we have come to our real work, and when we no longer know which way to go, we have begun our real journey. The mind that is not baffled is not employed. The impeded stream is the one that sings. I once attended a seminar about mastering your finances. There was an optional lunchtime session about investing in the stock market. The trader who led the session shared his teaching philosophy at the beginning. Don't ask me why, just do what I tell you. I'll show you how, just don't ask why. Independent thought was the enemy. Following orders equals success. The worrying thing is, our education system as a whole subscribes to the same philosophy. Despite what might be said, and what well-meaning teachers believe, the whole system is a hangover from an industrial era, designed to prepare children to be good workers, to play their part in the assembly line, without committing the sin of thinking out of turn. The world of business and marketing education suffers much the same problem. It serves itself more than it serves us a lot of the time. It teaches one-size-fits-all systems and tactics, and when it comes to helping business owners make real and lasting progress towards true success and fulfillment, it is not fit for the purpose. The mass of information and advice out there teaches you to follow the system and steal and deploy. No one is telling you to think for yourself. Even worse, no one is helping you to think as yourself, that most rarest of skills. I'm telling you to think for yourself. I'm telling you to think as yourself. Because there's no other way to find the fulfillment and success you're looking for. And despite what they say, no one else can tell you what's best for your business. If you're not sure what you should do, to make your business really take off in the direction you want it to go, that's good. If you're confused about the best way forward, that's good. It shows you're thinking for yourself. Remember, the mind that is not baffled is not employed. Life is not in the habit of answering questions. Life poses questions. It's your job to answer them. Walter Murch is a renowned film editor, responsible for movies like Apocalypse Now and The Godfather Part 2 and Part 3, and he came up with the Rule of Six. At film school, he says, the first thing they teach you about film editing is how to maintain three-dimensional continuity. In other words, making sure where people are in a room stays consistent across different shots and camera angles. They then go on to teach more technical principles. Only briefly do they touch on the importance of making edits that advance the story and are true to the emotion of the moment. But in reality, to be a great filmmaker, you must flip the film school approach on its head. Murch's Rule of Six says the single most important thing when deciding what edit to make, more important than everything else put together, is emotion. If a cut doesn't remain true to the emotion of the moment, then, regardless of how technically perfect it is, it won't work. Advancing the story is the next most important thing. And emotion and story together are worth almost 80% of what contributes to a successful edit. All the technical stuff put together, the remaining 4 items in the Rule of Six, only counts for a little over 20% of the success. Yet in editing class, that technical stuff is what they focus on. The same is true when it comes to marketing. Everyone is teaching you systems and strategies and tactics, but when it comes to creating a long-term successful business and fulfilling work, that's the last thing on the list of things to worry about. It's the technical stuff that can only contribute 20% of the result. In my business, the moment I stopped obsessing about new techniques and tactics and got the more fundamental pieces aligned is when things finally started to fall into place and my sales shot up. Proven strategies and tactics are worthless if you don't know how to become prolific, how to identify what your core message is, what drives your customers at an emotional level, and how to get paid for who you are rather than what you do. If you don't have clarity around the kind of marketing strategies that will fit you, you won't be able to select the opportunities that are right for you and pass on the ones that will turn out to be time wasters and energy suckers. What works for one business won't necessarily work for you. Here's what I've learned. You are different. Each business is as unique as the owner. Whilst it's true that your business is not different when it comes to the effectiveness of any particular marketing principle, you are unique. And that means the way of doing things that will match your values and will make you feel fulfilled in your business are just as unique. There are a lot of round holes out there, and there is money in them. But if you're a square peg, they'll never quite work for you long term. They just won't fit. When I started being myself in my business and marketing, I remember thinking, I don't know what this is yet, but I know this is it. I can live with myself doing things this way. And after a while, I figured out what it was. When I stepped back and looked at what I'd been doing and the results I'd been getting, I realized there were some clear principles I'd been following, some instinctively, some accidentally. So I consciously continued following those principles, and it continued to work. I was making more money, working with better clients, and feeling more fulfilled with everything from my marketing to the results I was delivering for clients. Next, I started putting the guiding principles of this be yourself marketing I was doing into practice with my consultant clients. And they started to relax into being themselves in their marketing too. They were taking more action, getting better results, attracting better clients, and having fun along the way. I showed them the principles, but really I wasn't doing anything. It all came from them. They already had everything they needed to succeed as themselves, to connect with their customers and potential customers as a real human being. What I had figured out was how to draw it out of them. There are 2 reasons you're not there yet. And one thing I'm certain of is, if you are willing, you can do this too. Listen, if you have any customers at all, and if you've delved into the world of marketing at all, you already know everything you need to know in terms of tactics and strategies for getting new customers. There are 2 main reasons why business owners aren't having the level of success or impact they want to have with their work. 1, you're so overwhelmed by all the different ways you're supposed to grow your business, and you're not sure whether to trust your instincts about what feels right, because they often go against the common best practices that are talked about. Or 2, you can't seem to bring yourself to market in the way everyone tells you to, because it too often feels at odds with what you're all about. All the tips and tricks feel a little cheap and nasty and not aligned with the values of your business and the impact you're trying to have on your customers and their lives. Before I started using Be Yourself marketing, I struggled with both of these things. And one of the most common things I hear from the business owners I help today is, "Thank you for giving me permission to do what I always felt deep down I should be doing, and for giving me a framework to be able to do it." I'm here today to give you permission to truly be yourself in your marketing and your business. You can feel as good about your marketing as you do about the transformative products and services you deliver to your customers. You should be proud of everything you put out into the world, and you can be. You can be a real human being in your business while still achieving the ambitious goals you have for your profits, your personal freedom, and the impact you have on the world. If you feel like a square peg being bashed into a round hole after round hole when it comes to finding the clear path for growing your business and your impact, then the guiding principles I have to share with you will bring the clarity you're seeking. I call them the 10 principles of Be Yourself marketing. There's no hype, no gimmicks, no ninja tricks. It's all about some simple guiding principles that remind you who you are, what you're really selling to your customers, and why they'll choose to do business with you over anyone else out there. Once you have clarity around all of that, I walk you through how to evaluate and select the right strategy and tactics that will work for you. It's a step-by-step guide to getting paid for who you are without hype, gimmicks, or tricks. All that stuff you've been told to do that feels at odds with your core values, all that stuff you hate about your marketing or business processes, You can drop it. You don't need all that stuff. If it doesn't feel like you shouldn't implement it in your business. There are no one-size-fits-all systems or techniques, so you can stop worrying about finding the guaranteed formula that will propel you to the next level. Life doesn't work like that, and it should come as no surprise that business and marketing don't either. When you rediscover yourself in your business and marketing, when you have a strong sense of yourself and you know how to use that to build a tribe and get paid, all the complexity falls away. Making decisions is straightforward. The right path unfolds before you. I'm building a community of business owners who are putting all of themselves into their work and committing to get paid for who they are. So to help you do that, I'm making the 10 principles of Be Yourself marketing available to you. Here's what you'll get. There are 2 components to this program. 1, video training. In the online video training, I will walk you through the 10 principles of Be Yourself marketing. From the fundamental building blocks of getting clarity around what it means to be the real you in your marketing, and how to connect with the deepest desires and pains of your ideal customer, all the way through to how to find the shortest route to your success and how to quickly evaluate and select the strategies and tactics that will work for you. 2, Be Yourself marketing implementation guide. The downloadable implementation guide is your step-by-step guide to becoming yourself in your marketing and getting paid for who you are. Here's what you'll discover. Your most powerful and profitable authentic marketing stories that are hiding in plain sight. The marketing messages that will naturally attract your ideal customers. How to turn your business and marketing visions into a concrete, achievable strategy. The reality of what it takes to get paid for who you are rather than what you do. How to make more sales without employing cheap marketing gimmicks. Definitive clarity around how to find your marketing sweet spot, the tasks you should do and the tasks you should always outsource. How to uncover the everyday things you're doing that are killing your ability to get your marketing implemented. Why customers are really buying your philosophy, not what you do for them. And how to reveal your existing subconscious philosophy that's already working as your most potent marketing asset. How to authentically influence your customers and potential customers. Why understanding your customer's life story is more important than what you sell. The secret to uncovering marketing messages that are never boring. How to communicate with your customers in a way they don't perceive as just another marketing message. The 2 psychological pillars that make the difference between entrepreneurial success and failure. The lesson from Gandhi that unlocked Be Yourself marketing for me. What I learned from Jerry Seinfeld and how it will transform your business mindset. Why the most effective path to success might be doing less than you're already doing, rather than more. The solution that means you'll never again run out of marketing ideas or material. How to make your marketing something you love doing, something that energizes you, not drains you. The unshakable principle of marketing sanity. Never feel overwhelmed at the thought of your marketing again. how to identify the strategies and tactics that will fit your business perfectly, how to quickly evaluate new marketing techniques and know if you should pursue them or not, how to filter business and marketing opportunities so you can spot the ones that will be winners for you and pass on the time wasters and energy suckers. For the entrepreneurs I work with who are frustrated with their marketing and the results they're getting, the 10 principles is the missing piece of the puzzle. I won't just tell you about these principles. With the implementation guide, I'll walk you through the process so you can experience the transformation for yourself. Here's the score. You'll get immediate online access to the 10 principles of Be Yourself marketing. This is the first time I've shared this material with anyone other than my private consulting clients. And I want to grow the community of people who are out there putting Be Yourself marketing to work in their business. So I'm making this affordable. My clients pay a minimum of $3,000 to have a conversation with me about their marketing and get my advice. But you'll get all 10 principles of Be Yourself marketing for just $299. I've experienced the effects of this in my own business and life, and I've also seen it transform clients, not just their businesses, but how they feel about their business, their success, and themselves. So I'm going to set humility aside for a second and tell you, if you want to run your marketing and grow your business in a way you can be really proud of, in a way that feels like you're being pulled forward rather than having to wake up every morning and put your shoulder to the boulder as you push uphill, then you should do this. If you want to help more people, make more money, enjoy your business more, you should do this. And if you want to create more meaningful connections with your customers, you should do this. And you can do this without worrying about making a mistake, because you're covered by my 100% money back guarantee. Here's how it works. Get the 10 principles of Be Yourself marketing. Watch the videos where I walk you through all the principles. Do the exercises in the Be Yourself marketing implementation guide. Check out the whole thing for 60 days. And after all that, if you're not convinced it's worth at least 100 times the value of the investment to you, let me know, and I'll give you an immediate, no quibble refund. Just send an email. That's all you have to do. No questions, no hassle, no hoops to jump through. The 10 Principles of Be Yourself Marketing is a step-by-step guide to getting paid for who you are, without hype, gimmicks, or tricks. You can be a real human being in your business and marketing and still make the money you want, have the impact you want to have, and build something you're really proud of. When you get the 10 Principles of Be Yourself Marketing, this is what you're getting. The 10 Principles of Be Yourself Marketing video training. In the online video training, I will walk you through the 10 Principles of Be Yourself Marketing, from the fundamental building blocks of getting clarity around what it looks like to be the real you in your marketing, and how to connect with the real desires and pains of your ideal customer, all the way through to how to find the shortest route to your success and how to quickly evaluate and select the marketing strategies and tactics that will actually work for you. You'll get the Be Yourself Marketing Implementation Guide. The downloadable implementation guide is your step-by-step guide to becoming yourself in your marketing and getting paid for who you are. You're covered by my 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. You'll get immediate access to the program online, and you get the whole thing for just $299. So why is no one else talking about this? We've already talked about the rule of 6 and the equivalent in the world of marketing education. So when marketing success is 20% mechanics and 80% something altogether more ethereal, behavioral, and psychological, why is the industry so focused on teaching the technical stuff? Because the mechanics are easier to teach and a hell of a lot easier to sell. That's why. The stuff the industry insiders know to be the true reality of making your marketing work in the long term is not so simple to quantify. And in order to share it, you have to give of yourself. You have to be willing to open the kimono a little bit. Most marketing gurus aren't willing to do that. I am not a guru. I'm used to getting my hands dirty working one-on-one with clients. So I see the frustration of business owners who've taken the courses and read up on the tactics, but still can't seem to get their marketing out of second gear. I've been right there, permanently in second gear and afraid to kick it up a notch because I never knew when the next turn-off would come that I might have to take. Now I know how unnecessary all that was, and I don't mind opening the kimono a little bit to show you how to move past it too. Truth be told, I think we all would do well to show more of ourselves and give more of ourselves in the business world. It's hard to create real connections, real trust, and real communities when you're so armored up. It all begins with the 10 principles of Be Yourself marketing. Get it by clicking the button below.